Hello, little friends. When I was a child, I was also very lazy. I liked to sleep in, loved eating, loved playing, and was afraid of doing housework. As I grew up, I found that housework could be interesting, like exercise. And most importantly, we have to gradually build our lives. Today's story about a lazy girl reminds me of my wild childhood. Let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a father who had two daughters, one hardworking, one lazy, who often said, "Sister, can you just sit still? Even moving a little tires me out." The father, having only dry bread for dinner, decided, "You children are grown up now, you must go find work." The hardworking daughter eagerly agreed, but the lazy one just wanted to stay home. The father told the hardworking daughter, "Always be diligent, love your work, and never refuse to help anyone." The hardworking daughter went out to find work, while the lazy one stayed home, doing nothing, letting the house get messy. On her journey, the hardworking girl met a withered tree. "Young girl, can you help me prune the dry branches and water me?" The dry branches bruised her hands, but she happily helped. The tree thanked her by giving her fruit. She continued on and met a dirty fireplace. "Young girl, can you help me clean?" She scrubbed with mud, getting her hands and feet dirty. The fireplace thanked her by giving warm bread. Next, she met a lamb as black as coal. "Young girl, can you bathe me?" She bathed the lamb, even though she got soaking wet. The lamb thanked her by giving some wool to make a warm coat. When night fell, the hardworking girl found a beautiful house of 7 fairies. She asked for a job. The fairies agreed. "Clean 6 rooms every day, but do not enter the 7th room." She diligently cleaned for a whole year. When she had enough money, she asked permission to go home. The fairies were surprised. "Why have you never entered the 7th room?" She replied, "My father taught me to do the job assigned properly. My job is only the 6 rooms." "Because of your honesty and diligence, you may enter the 7th room," the fairies offered. She stepped inside, filled with gold and silver. She rolled around on the pile of money, coins sticking all over her, sparkling like a star. On the way home, she met the lamb again and was given a gift. She met the fireplace and was given warm bread. She met the tree and was given sweet clusters of fruit. She arrived home with bags full of gold and pearls. The lazy older sister saw this and was so jealous her eyes turned red. "If she has pearls, I must have jade." She hurriedly left home to find work, ignoring her father's advice. The lazy girl walked a bit and met the withered tree. The tree asked for help. She pouted, "Help in this heat? My hair will get all tangled." She walked away. She met the fireplace asking to be cleaned. She said, "I can't get my hands dirty. My nail polish will be ruined." She walked away. She met the dirty lamb and was disgusted. "No, I'm afraid of dirt." Before long, the lazy girl arrived at the house of the 7 fairies. She asked for a job and agreed to clean 6 rooms and not enter the 7th. She cleaned carelessly for a few months. One day, curiosity got the better of her and she rushed into the 7th room. Inside were not gold and silver, but bees and bats. They stung her until her eyes swelled up. Basically, her whole body was swollen, her skin full of scars. The girl panicked and ran away. On the way home, she tried to get wool from the lamb, but it ran away. She tried to get bread from the fireplace, but burned her hand. She tried to pick fruit from the tree, but it leaned away, not letting her pick. Finally, the lazy girl arrived home, her clothes dirty, her body scarred, and her hands painfully burned. The hard-working younger sister looked at her in surprise. The older sister regretted and told everything. "Now you understand how important hard work is, right?" the father said and advised. "Remember, when you are honest and hard-working, you will surely be rewarded." After that day, the lazy girl changed. Both sisters worked hard, were rightly rewarded, and the small family lived happily and peacefully forever. Life is meaningful when we work, and sometimes it is even interesting. Laziness makes our soul wither and our body weak. The story is over. Let's watch more interesting stories. Goodbye, friends.